So I'm sitting here trying to do some reviews on some shows, and a conversation on Twitter just happened not too long ago, and this black man tweeted and said that gay is a European thing, and that's something that we should not follow suit. And somebody who I respect on my timeline actually retweeted it. I don't know if he was being funny or what, but it made into an important discussion. That sometimes, a majority of the time, I have to choose between being black and gay. And I don't understand why we have to do this. Like, for gay men and, gay women, period, just for gays, period, all of them, all in the LGBT community, when they're black, they, like, and it's going on with this whole, racist thing and racism and all these issues. And it's just like, okay, yes, I can fight with you. I can be on the battlefield with you. But you can't, and you're sitting here fighting me. I mean, we can't win together because you have a problem with who I am. Like, I have to leave my gay at home and come with, I just don't understand it. And that's why I slick have a problem with this whole issue of let's keep the white man from keeping us down, and just being serious. I know how I said it might come off as a little offensive, but I get pissed off how some people think that we're supposed to jump and defend certain things when at the same time we do the same thing. I've seen so many, and I'm not talking about. I don't want to hear this notion of, well, white people do it too. I'm talking about black people, okay? I'm talking about my black brothers, those who I have been around majority of my life. Yes, I have been around plenty of people, but majority of them have come from black people, and that's why one of my girls, Sweet Face De Niro, I don't know if I'm saying my friend's name right. She made a good point. She does YouTube videos as well. Y'all should check her out. She made a good point. She has two sons, and she was just saying that I want my children to be diverse. So you can have different background and see how people. And some of us really, really need this. And I think that's why we have this whole problem in the gay community with DL men and the black community. I think that's why we have so much foolishness. We have stuff in the church because some of y'all are just so vocal of how much you hate gay people, but they're the same people. They're saying like you want, and I just don't understand. It's just like when I was sitting there watching Dear White People movie, and the kissing scene came on, and then you had this black woman just so disgusted by seeing two men kiss, and it's just like. I had this white couple behind me, and I just went in on her. I was just like, you're doing the same shit. Like, how the fuck can y'all not see? That's why I'm not really vocal on it, and I care, but then at the same time, I don't care. Because I see so much hypocrisy, so much that it's really, really bad. And I'm not saying all black people are like that. I'm not going to say that. But if you're going to sit up here and make it seem like that I'm saying all black people like that, then you need to take a look at yourself and see that all police officers are not bad. All white people are not bad. All Hispanics don't, do this and all like it's just we all do it to a certain extent. But I see it so prevalent in the black community, like it is really, really bad. And I know there are white people, there are other people that don't have a problem with gays. But it's just like, if we need to stand up, we all need to stick together to do this and that. You want us to do this Million Man March. Why can't you accept me for who I am? And that's why I have a problem with this whole movement. And I'm not saying everybody's like that, but I feel like there are a lot of people who are with this movement of hands up, don't shoot, and Black Lives Matter and all that type of shit. All lives matter. And I know I might get in trouble for saying, but all lives matter. That means that the gay guy that's walking down the street who does have pink hair and doing whatever, you don't get to pick on him and call him names because he's different. You're doing the same exact thing. And I don't understand how people don't see that. I don't know, is it because of me being in the military, being in different places and working with people who I don't know from all different parts of the country? or maybe it's because I'm just open. I don't personally see color and all that type. I just see foolishness. I see good and I see bad. And it's not all black and white. I'm not going to sit up here and say 100% that I don't see color. But I don't judge everybody based on the color of their skin. I just don't do that. Okay? I don't do that. I'm really one of those people that I look at a person as a person. I don't give a damn who you are. If it's foolish, it's foolish. And it's just so happened that sometimes I see more foolishness than others. Like, and it's just, and I don't know how to say this perfectly for some people to be happy and for people to tweet me and be so happy to hear. You're not going to get that. Let's shoot the cops. Let's tear this down. I'm not one of those people because I'm sitting home in Memphis, Tennessee, and not too long ago, a 2-year-old child was shot. Him and his father. His father's dead. Okay, 2-year-old is still in critical condition. Like, and it was by 2 black men. Like, they're on the run. Like, I see this every day. And it's just like, I'm not saying police officers, yes, they need to be held accountable. Yes, of course they need to be held accountable. They're walking around, they're supposed to protect and serve, and they're supposed to, be community police officers. I believe in all that. But at the same time, you have humans. These people are human. People are going to make mistakes. And they should be grilled accordingly. But what else do we want? Because this march, and I'm getting into it, I'm going all the way to left field. And I feel like I need to, because some of you all need to hear this. This march and stuff, yes, it's getting attention. But prayer without work is nothing. You can't sit up here and just march. It's not going to happen. I've said it so many times. When police officers do come into the community, they do such and such, they're talked down upon. Like they're like, why this lame ass nigga over here talking? It's just like, tone that shit down. Like, we both need to come to the table and we're listening ears. We can't do this whole, I'ma shout loud. It's not going to do any good. All we're doing is steady retweeting the problem, and we're not fixing it. That's why I'm not involved in some of this shit, because me tweeting this bullshit and saying and all this kind of shit, it's not doing anything. All it is it's falling flat. It's just a conversation. But when are we going to take the conversation into a solution? Okay? And you might sit up here and say, well, just you do a lot of talking. Yes, but I move in silence. Just because I don't talk about it, I don't say, doesn't mean I'm not doing it. Okay? That's just like Jay-Z. People talking about Jay-Z ain't coming out. He ain't saying nothing. Jay-Z is paying for, I think, I don't know which family it was. He's paying for all their, tuition. Some people don't need to come out and march and say, I want justice and I want this. Some people don't need to do that. Some people don't need to be vocal. They can do other things. And some of you all are more vocal than actually trying to fix the problem. And that's when I get on some of you all, you internet activists, you armchair activists, because all you all do is tweet all goddamn day, your Facebook all damn day. You share these goddamn pictures talking about some Black Lives Matter and all this type of bullshit. But Pookie and Ray Ray just shot and killed such and such on down the street, and you know who the fuck it is, and you ain't said a goddamn thing. But now, since it's a white police officer shooting somebody, we need to get involved and we need to stand up. And I don't have no problem with holding these police officers accountable for excessive force and doing some of the shit they should not be doing. Okay? I am not, but I'm not gonna sit up here and lie like I don't fucking prejudge every once in a while too. And it's not the base of the color of the skin. It's not all of that. Sometimes it's just because a motherfucker, how they dress and how they act. Like, I know damn well that Justin James cannot go to certain parts of the neighborhood with another man on my arms. That's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And I've been staying in a predominantly white part of town. I have never felt like somebody is going to shoot and kill me or all that type of shit. And I'm not saying that's your truth, but don't sit up here and act like everybody. I get more scared going into a black neighborhood, well, not necessarily a black neighborhood, but a neighborhood of poverty. That's not even color. It's just people who are uneducated seem to do ignorant things that don't know any better. Like, it has nothing to do with necessarily color. Sometimes it's just a it's a class warfare almost. Like people that are uneducated, they don't know any better, so they don't do any better. And it's for us. It's going to take for us to get out and reach out and do some of this stuff. And it's going to take for the people who feel something, who are uneducated, and well, not necessarily. And it's not bad to be uneducated. People can say, somebody going to school that got 2 to 3 degrees can say I'm uneducated. I mean, not looking down, but you need to broaden it. These people need to be taught and shown that there's more to life than just that. And it's going to take all of us going to the table. It's going to take all of us. Police officers are going to have some type of communication with black people, and us black people are going to have communication with them. It's going to take that. We can't just both shout like this is what we believe and this is what we do, because that's not how we're going to get. That's not how we're going to get stuff solved. Like, it's going to take some bipartisanship. Like, it's going to take that, and I don't think some people are ready for that. It's just like some people have so much hate and so much anger in them, and I just don't understand for what, for why. Like, I just don't get it sometimes. Some of the tweets and stuff I see, sometimes I just have to mute some of you all, because it's just like, all we want to hear, some of us want to hear, fuck the cops, they ain't doing shit, and it's annoying. It's really fucking annoying. And I get tired of, like, that's just this with this Exodus movie. Everybody wants to tweet or talking about how bad the movie done and da-da-da and da-da-da this, and because it didn't have black people in it and da-da-da. And it's just like, if you see that's a problem, why don't you take it upon yourself to get with some people and get a project going where there's a movie going, like it's a movie that displaying that with black people. Do that. If you see it's a problem with the police department and that, be some type of, go in there and talk to them. Do some shit that's going to matter. If you think it's a problem, why don't you be a police officer? Why don't you be a reserve police officer or something? Why don't you have some type of meet and greet with the police officers or something in your neighborhood? Do you even know who patrols your streets? Do you even know who your police officers are? Like, do that type of shit, because I think we've moved from this whole doing activist shit than just tweeting and Facebook and then putting pictures up. It's a fool. Like, this football player just got killed in Alabama, I think it was. And it's just like, I'm seeing people getting shot and killed every day. Every day. This is my reality. Every day I'm seeing black men being mauled down and killed. And I don't see it, but I don't see white cops killing them every day like that. Now I know it's white police officers profiling black people every day. I know that's going to happen. I know that's happening. But this whole notion of just like white cops are just out to kill everybody, white cops are not out to kill. Yes, it's some racist ass motherfucker. Yes, of course it is. And I think for me to actually, being in the military and the National Guard, I've actually dealt with real deal racism. Not this bullshit that some of you all call real deal, where I could not advance and I was not getting treated the same. Even with me being gay, I've been treated bad by white people and I've been treated bad by black people. So, and I think the perfect people to talk on this are black gay men. I just think because we get it from both ends. Like, I'm not accepted, and that's what I got from dear white people. I'm not accepted by my black brothers and sisters half the time, and I'm not accepted by white people. And it's just like, I don't understand. I just don't understand what to do. And I know it's a solution. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of people talking about it. I just want somebody to do something about it. And I've had a conversation when I did want to be a police officer, and I had a conversation with a friend, and he made a point. He was like, fuck the pigs, and I was discouraged to do something like this. White things, just like me getting a real Christmas tree, a real live Christmas tree. That's white folk shit. Like, we need to stop this. And just like my friend on Twitter was talking about, when we sit here and say them the type of black people that cause us to make us look bad, that's bad too. That's internalized racism. We have to fix all of this. It's going to take more than a couple of tweets and a couple of pictures. So if you are one of those people that's steady putting these pictures up and steady tweeting, I hope you're actually doing something besides just talking shit behind your goddamn computer and your damn phone, because it's becoming annoying. That's all I got. Let me get back to watching Hollywood Divas, and I will talk to y'all later. And we can have this conversation openly have this conversation, and we can debate back and forth. But let's do it in a respectful manner. I respect your opinion, and you respect mine. I love y'all so much. I'll talk y'all later.